Hello everyone, welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The entire heinous story was detailed in Victor Casadane's letter. Valentin, Laura, and Nina uncover Victor's devastating hold on Charlotte in the General Hospital recap for Tuesday, November 14, 2023. Highlights from General Hospital. In this episode, Sunny offered to open a bank account for Finn. Cyrus stopped Mason from plotting against Austin, and Finn received devastating news. Let's delve a little deeper into the details now. Carly dashed over to Sunny's to discuss Nina's Metro Court offer. She thought there was more going on behind the scenes than Nina being too busy to run the company, and inquired of Sunny. Carly wasn't even sure she wanted the company back. Kelly's are her favorites, thank you so much. Sunny refused, despite offering to fund Carly if necessary. First and foremost, Carly would not even contemplate it unless she could figure out what Nina was up to. Nina, on the other hand, was at Valentin's. Fortunately, she arrived just in time for Laura to arrive and reveal the truth about Charlotte. Charlotte was not working by herself. Victor undoubtedly influenced her to do everything she did. While she was at boarding school, he befriended her and even sent her a letter with his directive. Valentin discovered this dreadful note in no time at all. Laura read it aloud, and they were all shocked to learn how deeply he had programmed Charlotte. In essence, he transformed the young, naive preteen into his little soldier in order to finally take down Anna, Vanola Hughes. Cyrus paid a visit to his lackey at the hospital. He and Mason argued about what happened and the difficulty that could arise now. Mason protected himself by devising a scheme that threw Austin under the bus and saved them both. Cyrus was not pleased. Dante slammed Austin elsewhere in the hospital. He grilled him about his link to Mason and his friendship with Ava, and of course his role in the whole thing. He even threatened to prosecute him. Dante told him he had to come up with a name of Mason's boss, or face the consequences. Austin kept his mouth shut, which was a good thing. The nurse handed him a threatening note as he was leaving the hospital. He read it just as Cyrus was about to enter the elevator. Finn was also having a bad day at GH. He was summoned to Terry's office, where she and Portia advised him to seek legal counsel. The hospital and he were both being sued for malpractice. He was still permitted to practice, but he had to get second views and submit to weekly drug tests. Finn was upset and told Liz everything about the case. Sure, he treated Dennis Muldoon, and sure, he missed an important detail in the case. Cancer. He didn't find out about the cancer until it was far too late to treat it. The patient never left the hospital, and his wife was now on the hunt for blood. Ava, on the other hand, was at the gallery, lending Trina emotional support. She listened to Trina and attempted to assist her navigate the murky seas of being with Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, with Esma and Ace also in the picture. Ava eventually advised Trina to try to sit down with Spencer and sort things out. That is something they both deserve. Meanwhile, Spencer came up at Esma's workplace to talk things out, which meant he tried to persuade her to stay. Esma was having none of it. She had every intention of leaving and beginning over. She was tired of teasing Spencer and confounding her son. They required some separation. Cyrus Renaud has a lot of loose ends to tie up now that he's out of prison. Spoilers for General Hospital on November 15, 2023 feature dramatic requests, reactions and rants, as well as a bombshell announcement. This brand new episode is not one to be missed. Highlights from General Hospital. Cyrus Renaud, as we all know, is out of prison and preaching the gospel. During his post-Pentonville period, he purportedly appears everywhere he isn't wanted in the hopes of a little redemption and rebuilding his less-than-stellar reputation. The hospital appears to be in desperate need of his good word. He gave Mason his orders there: take the rap for kidnapping and attempting to kill Ava and serve his sentence in prison. Do not let him leave, do not give him $200, and he will survive to breathe fresh air someday. Cyrus's next target for a warning is Austin Gatlin Holt, who received a scary note with the words, Don't be foolish. It can be deadly, the two say as they meet in a GH stairway. Don't you suppose those stairwells have been getting a lot of use lately? Curtis and Marshall take their time connecting as they travel to the Ashfords' land. Curtis' current state of mind, following his visit with a paraplegic Devon at the gym. Curtis was inspired by Devon's narrative of how he coped with his impairment on a daily basis. Perhaps he wants to share his happiness and light with his father. Or they'll chat about Curtis' marriage, Aunt Stella, Trainer, and Spencer's problems, or something about the Savoy. Meanwhile, TJ's life is fraught with drama for the first time. He and Molly are considering surrogacy, and he believes Austin's scary cousin Mason is the one who kidnapped him years ago. There was also the time he prevented Austin from suffocating Mason with a pillow. Teasers indicate that he and Molly are going to confront a new challenge in their surrogacy journey. Is the fact that the good doctor is reeling the start of the next section of the story? Or is the Mason kidnapped him revelation still triggering him emotionally? Diane Miller is obviously one of the best ranters around, so it's no wonder she's ready to go off on a tangent. Expect her to have an epic venting session with Alexis. I wonder whose name will be spoken during this cathartic conversation. Mr. Robert, Nina, Carly and Drew. Finally, Maxie's priority is to provide a safe haven for her children and to save Deception from going up in flames. Dealing with Lucy and Tracy's rivalry hasn't been easy, but with the cunning Quartermain out of town, Maxie may be able to make a surprise announcement. Spoilers and updates for General Hospital tease Ned Quartermain has returned, but will Nina Reeves Corinthos be caught right away? He recalls everything, even what he overheard immediately before his accident in the Metro Court pool, but decides to wait until the exact moment is right. General Hospital spoilers. Waking up the next morning, Ned's memory returned faster than it had gone, with no significant repercussions from taking the plunge into the waters outside the Quartermain boathouse. He had his foot entangled in a net, and Olivia Quartermain rescued his life after discovering where he was, and he awoke with mostly complete recall, despite being briefly unconscious. He doesn't recall the talk that sent him tripping at the pool until the next morning, when he wakes up in bed with his wife and Olivia mentions Nina's name. He tells Olivia that he overheard Nina and Martin Gray discussing Nina blowing the whistle on Drew Kane and Carly Spencer to the SEC. He was hurrying to tell Drew and clear his name because he was the one accused of blowing the whistle during the investigation. Ned Quartermain still wants to clear his name, according to GH spoilers. That thing hasn't altered. Ned still wants to clear his name, even after learning Drew was imprisoned and then released and Carly is running Kelly's. Olivia encourages Ned to hold his horses and his thoughts, because Nina recently married Sonny Corinthos and Drew and Carly have reconciled. Besides, Olivia points out Drew and Carly did breach the law, even if Ned was merely threatening to report them in and so being accused of blowing the whistle on them. Ned agrees to postpone exposing Nina for turning Carly and Drew in for a time, but not indefinitely. He'll wait and watch for the right time. General Hospital spoilers. Ned will wait and watch for the ideal moment to clear his name and call Nina out. Meanwhile, he gets dressed for the day, freshly shaven, in a suit, and walks downstairs to meet Yuri, Brooke Lynn Quartermain, and Lois Cirillo. Because of the suit and shave, Yuri, the new butler, quickly identifies him as Ned, not Eddie, and Ned has a big reunion with his daughter and Lois. He apologizes for his insensitivity as Eddie and assures his daughter he loves her, but his Eddie persona also didn't recognize Lois, which was always strange. Even while he realizes that music and business were important parts of his life, he's moving on as a reunified Eddie and Ned, but for now, ELQ will have to wait. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.